Thank you for being here for the press conference. We've got officials from different agencies here. We have 5 speakers here for you that will be providing some comments regarding this. At the conclusion of it, I'll take questions and I'll step back up and ask you to direct your question to who and who it's going to be, and then we'll go from there. They have very busy schedules, so we're going to try to keep this as quick as possible. So without further ado, let me turn it over to Sheriff of Montgomery County, Wesley Doolittle.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here today. It's really nice to see so many agencies that have an interest in public safety. I'm Wesley Doolittle. I am your Montgomery County Sheriff, and we're here to talk about a task force we're going to do this weekend. It's in response to a public need for public safety and a proactive approach for law enforcement. And with all these agencies together, it's very nice to see that here at the Sheriff's Office. I don't know that it's ever been done before, but seeing this room really brings a lot of joy to my heart, knowing that everybody's interested in public safety. So we're going to do a zero tolerance task force this weekend to target reckless driving, street takeovers, parking lot takeovers, in response to some events that we've had in the past and some actions of citizens that have just kind of brought discredit to our community, and we want to proactively work to prevent that here, to protect the people that live in Montgomery County. So we have a large car show coming, and it'll attract people from all over the nation. This brings economic benefits to our agency, but it also brings trouble. The people that are organizing the events, they have pure intentions to have fun, to enjoy the community, and we welcome that. It's the after actions, the things that take place there, that we want to combat the reckless driving, things that come from the event, from people that may not be organizing it, but they just come, they're attracted to it and come to Montgomery County. So we've put together about 100 different officers here. They'll take part in this 3-day event. And we're going to have this task force running Friday through Sunday. So we want to have a clear message that any illegal behavior will result in swift action, not just from our office, but from all the partner agencies and from our district attorney. So there's a multitude of crimes ranging from misdemeanors to felony offenses that can result in jail time, that can result in vehicle or property seizures, things like that, that will hopefully prevent these people, these bad actors, from doing that again in our community. So we've seen multiple offenses up in Willis. I think we have some people from Willis here today. We've seen it down in Shenandoah and different parts. And these people will move around. So putting together a task force from multiple agencies from Harris County and from Montgomery County is a really unique approach. I don't know that it's been done before here in Montgomery County, but bringing a fresh perspective to this office is something that I intended to do. And after being elected, I welcome the challenges and the opportunities that come with it. So I think I've said about all that I need to say. I think I'm going to introduce my friend Brett Ligon, our district attorney here, who we've partnered with, who I've worked with for a very long time. And he's going to talk a little bit about how we work together and some of the offenses that we might see on the streets that compromise our public safety, and what actions we can take as law enforcement and prosecutors to prevent it from happening in the future. So, Brett?
Thanks, Sheriff. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everybody. So, bottom line up front, if you commit a crime in Montgomery County, you're going to do time in Montgomery County. And if my mother was here, she'd probably tell me to go lightly in the next message, but here's the message. And if you want to get the message out, here's the message. If you're going to be a jackass in Montgomery County, then we're going to find you a stall. That's the message. And the reason that that's the message, and it has to be blunt, is because if being blunt saves people's lives, then we'll be blunt. If that's what it takes to get people's attention, that the district attorney has to tell you, hey, if you're a jackass, we're going to find you a stall in Sheriff Doolittle's house. That's what we're going to do. There's a multitude of crimes that people can be charged with. We don't want to charge anybody. I would like nothing more than these 100 men and women that are trying to keep this community safe. I'd love it to be a zero arrest weekend. That's what success looks like in law enforcement. Law enforcement success is 0 arrests, 0 fatalities, and 0 property crime. So whether it's illegal racing, whether it's blocking a police car, whether it's criminal mischief, it doesn't matter. We have more than enough space in Montgomery County, so don't think that you're going to come up here from another community and you're going to pillage the community of Montgomery County. And for those of you who are coming from south, on the north, you'll see there's a sign that says, "Welcome to Montgomery County, we prosecute." That's the message. Now, how do you do that? It's through detection and prosecution of crimes. We have incredible community partners. We've got the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department, headed by Sheriff Leslie Doolittle. I've got the Conroe Police Department, headed by Chief John Buckholtz. I also have the largest agency here, which is the state agency, the Texas Department of Public Safety. Now, Captain Truitt and I have been in partnership for years trying to keep Montgomery County safe. The men and women of the Department of Public Safety, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department, Conroe PD, the constables departments, the municipalities are all here for one reason for this community. It's community safety. Community safety. Come to Montgomery County, have a good time. But as they say, you don't have to go home, but you got to get out of here. When this stuff is over with, go to your house, and God bless you, be safe. I'm now going to turn it over to my friend, Captain Truitt, with the Texas Department of Public Safety. He's going to speak a little bit about the initiative and the resources that the state of Texas is going to utilize to continue to keep Montgomery County safe and the safest place to live in the state of Texas. Captain?
Good morning. Thank you for joining us to discuss this upcoming event. The Texas Department of Public Safety is committed to supporting our law enforcement partners and keeping Texans safe. During the Lone Star Throwdown, the community can expect to see troopers in the area looking for dangerous violations, including racing and other clearly unsafe acts. Troopers will work with our DPS special agents to address criminal acts and take appropriate enforcement action. To that end, I want to remind those attending this event that during the 88th legislative session, our elected officials passed 2 key laws to protect Texans from illegal street racing. These laws enhance penalties for illegal street racing and provide law enforcement and prosecutors with additional tools to address these crimes. We encourage everyone to prioritize safety during this car show. However, those who engage in illegal behavior may face severe penalties. Our special agents and troopers hope everyone has a safe and fun-filled weekend, but we are ready to take immediate enforcement action should it become necessary. Thank you. I'd like to hand it over to Chief Guzman from the Houston Police Department.
Good morning. I'm Executive Assistant Chief Alvaro Guzman with the Houston Police Department. On behalf of Chief of Police Noe Diaz, it's our honor and privilege to be a part of this multi-agency initiative and to recognize the importance of collaboration and law enforcement. I want to thank Sheriff Doolittle, thank you, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, along with our law enforcement partners in attendance today. Our shared mission to protect and serve can only be achieved through strong partnerships, trust, and communication. The Houston Police Department has seen the benefits of partnering and collaborating with our law enforcement partners, not just our local agencies, but agencies throughout the state of Texas. In today's ever-evolving landscape, crime and illegal activities know no boundaries, which is why working together across agencies, jurisdictions, and disciplines is not just beneficial, but it's essential. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to all our agencies, partner agencies, for their dedication, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to making our community safer. Let's continue to stand united, support one another, and set an example of what true collaboration looks like. Thank you. Now I'll turn it over to Major Anthony McConnell.
All right, well, pretty much everything's been said by this time, but, you know, I want you to look around and see all these agencies. You know, if a sibling asks for help, I go and help my sibling, right? Well, this is my blue family. If they ask for help, we're coming. And I want you to know that all these people from all these different agencies are coming out. My small unit alone did 400 charges last year. We have no problem putting people in jail for breaking the law. I have a traffic unit that has worked serious injury accidents and fatalities related to this type of crime. We don't stand for it. We put, in the last 4 years, we put over 100 vehicles through the seizure process. We have no problem taking your vehicle. We will do the same thing in Montgomery County. We have the support by the DA's office, you've already heard. We have the support by the sheriff, you've already heard that. We're coming up here to take care of business. What we would love is for the community to come out, have a good time, but don't take part in that illegal activity. If you do, we will take action. We will take your car and we will put you in jail. Thank you. Sheriff, you want to end this and open for questions, or how would you like to do it, sir?
I think I can say something real quick. I do want to thank everybody for coming up today. Thank you for your perspective and sharing that. Thank you all from the news media coming out and getting our message out. I think it's important to inform people what we're going to do, to educate them about what might happen, and ultimately enforce the law, to keep this community safe and do what we've sworn to do. I thank everybody for being here today, and I thank y'all for coming out. I'll turn it over to Scott.
Any questions? Please be brief and identify who the question's addressed to.
Well, to anyone who wants to answer it, I just kind of want a perspective of what y'all seen in years past during this car show weekend. Wrecks, deaths, injuries, any law enforcement hurt, that sort of thing. Just kind of paint a picture for us if you can.
I think the biggest thing, I've been in office for about 35 days here. So being with the constable's office in the past and working with state police in the past, I've been a highway patrolman. I've seen the effects of drunk driving, reckless driving, injury accidents, fatalities. Some of the concerns that I heard coming in were from like the Willis Police Department, where they had a parking lot takeover at Kroger's during the last event that was held out here, which terrified families. It terrified people that were out shopping, doing what they do on a daily basis. And I think once we compromise that public safety and we hear that there's a need, we're going to react. We're going to help the public. We're going to help these smaller communities that might not be as well prepared to handle those situations. We had a similar deal down in Shenandoah where there was a parking lot takeover. They sustained a lot of property damage there. But we've also seen where they did that over off of 242. We've seen it multiple places across our county. That it also tears up people's property, their sprinkler systems, their landscaping, things like that that might not be as serious. But I've seen myself just driving through the community where the racing, the vehicles that are jockeying for positions on a highway, that change lanes unsafely, that unnecessarily endanger people that are just going about their daily lives. And it's important to us to ensure public safety through a proactive law enforcement, aggressive law enforcement program. So hopefully we can achieve that this weekend.
Any other questions?
Do you have any speaking in Spanish?
Jesse, maybe?
Yeah, we can do that after, yes. Yeah. Any other questions? Go ahead, Sean.
On Woodlands Online, Montgomery County is a big place. Are there any particular hot spots that you're expecting, or will this just be, you'll be spread out ready for rapid response?
So the event's being held at the Lone Star Convention Center out of the fairgrounds. And, these are vehicles, so they're highly mobile. I think that this can happen anywhere in our community, and we're prepared to respond to anywhere in Montgomery County or the counties adjacent to ours. It might be a need of help should something like this happen.
Any other? Okay. Well, thank you all for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.